So, what did happen to my eyes? Well, keep watching, you'll find out. Hello, welcome back. First of all, thanks for watching the last video. That's been my most popular video to date. I've had, I think, 85 views, which isn't much, I know, but to me that's amazing, and the amount of people that continue to watch my nonsense never ceases to amaze me. So thanks, viewers. Keep watching. I'll keep making videos. So today I'm going to touch on a difficult subject. I'm going to talk about diabetes complications. Specifically eye complications. Now, I've been a diabetic for over 30 years, a type 1 diabetic for over 30 years. It's my 33rd year in December. Let's go back in time. It was about 2006. Went to the GP. Had my usual checkup. GP said I was a bad diabetic. I was. A1C was 8 point something or 9 point something. It wasn't wonderful. Had my appointment for my eye test at the GP at the time. So the guy came in with the machine, took a look in my eyes. There was silence. He never said anything. I kind of gave him a funny look and just kind of wondered what was going on. He told me there was nothing to be concerned about, that I would get a phone call or a letter to let me know if anything further needed to be done. Okay, so a week later, telephone call. It's the GP's again, asking me to go off to my local hospital at my soonest convenience, I think was the term they used. So I gave the hospital a call. They had me come in about 2 weeks after that, so quite quick for the NHS, I guess. I saw the ophthalmologist, and he immediately said that you've got a lot of new blood vessels in the back of the eye, and we're going to have to do a lot of laser. That hit me like a sledgehammer. I was squeamish, to say the least, about eyes, about blood, about lots of things, but specifically eyes. I was so squeamish that even having my pupils dilated made me feel sick and faint. That's how bad I was. So we got back in about a month after that to begin the laser. I had no idea what to expect. Didn't check anything up on the internet, didn't speak to any other diabetics, of course, because I wasn't speaking to anybody at that time. Got in a couple of weeks later, about a month later, I think it was. Sat there waiting for maybe an hour for my name to be called, had my eyes dilated. Then, of course, if you've had your eyes dilated, you'll know the fog descends, and that kind of sent me into a little panic, as it would normally. Felt squeamish, felt faint, and kind of just put my head between my knees. Was thinking, get me out of here. And nothing had happened. Absolutely nothing had happened at that stage. I held on. The doctor came out, called me in. Diabetic dad, come on. Obviously not diabetic dad, but you know what I mean. Diabetic dad, come on, your turn. Okay, in we go. Sit in the chair behind an enormous machine. The doctor at the time said, don't be concerned about all this. You're not going to feel a thing. I'm going to numb the eye up for you anyway. Just be, as calm as you can. I did this as best that I could. So chin on the machine, things over my eyes, and away he went. The noise of the machine, it's not especially off-putting. It's quite quiet. The shot of a laser is kind of a little snapping sound. It was at the time anyway. I don't know if that's still the case. This is more than 10 years ago. It's kind of a snap each time he fires a laser. So the first few, I'm fine. It's going okay. And I think, okay, I'll cope with this. At some point, there was some pain, and that scared me a lot. And I backed away. I backed off the machine. The doctor coaxed me back on, and managed a few more shots. Whilst he was doing this, I was speaking to him and asked, how many of these are you going to need to do? Assuming that the laser would just shoot maybe 10, 15 or something shots. And he said, a lot. This is going to take a long time, and we can't do this in one session. I panicked. I basically had a panic attack. I had to stop. I couldn't face the machine any further. The doctor saw this. He sent me outside, sat me down by a window to get some air and to cool down. After 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so, he came back out and said, look, do you want to come back in and start again, or do you want to go home and come back another time? Of course, I was gone. He didn't finish the sentence and I was gone home. Let's fast forward about a month. A new appointment came in the post. Diabetic dad, come back in. Let's go and do some more laser. Wonderful. No, I didn't do it. I cancelled the appointment. I panicked again. I thought, well, look, my eyes are fine. That was such an uncomfortable, unpleasant thing for me to do, to have the actual laser. I don't want to go back in. I'll be okay. I can see. I've got perfect vision. I can see the letter chart all the way to the bottom in both eyes. What's to be concerned about? And on my way I went. A new appointment came slightly later that year. I ignored it. I'm ashamed of myself because I didn't cancel the appointment. I just ignored it. I know you shouldn't do that. I know the NHS spends a lot of money on these things, and a missed appointment can cost a lot of money. So, I'm ashamed, but I admit it. I ignored the appointment. No appointments came after that. And I just continued with my life. At the time, I was a poker player. That was part of my living. Part of my living was spent playing poker in live tournaments, and part of my living was editing a poker website for one of the biggest poker websites in the world. They still are today. And life was good. I was making a lot of money, flying all over the world, playing poker, having fun. Life was cool. Then it got to about 2009, and I woke up one morning and there was a little floaty little black dot up here. What's that? What could that be? Well, little floaty black dots like that are usually scar tissue or bleeds. That little floaty black dot up here continued to get bigger and almost dominate my vision. It didn't clear. What happened is the blood vessels that developed in my eye, in this eye at the time, over the last few years, between 2006 and 2009, had slowly begun to leak and bleed into the back of my eye. Did I do anything about that immediately? No, I'm too busy. I can't. It'll go away, won't it? Surely. It didn't go away, and it started in the other side, in my left eye. At that stage, I think it was time to do something about it. This was moving into 2010. It was affecting my vision significantly. I was scared to get behind the wheel of my car. I was having issues seeing my computer, and of course I couldn't work. I couldn't work at that stage anyway because I'd been laid off just before this happened. I went off to the hospital again, emergency eye clinic this time, and saw the head honcho, the big boss, and it's the guy that I continue to see today. This guy said to me, we're going to need to do a lot of things for for you, diabetic dad. You're going to have to go into theatre, and we're going to have to do a lot of things on both eyes, and it's going to be a long time until we get this sorted out, and you're going to see a lot of me. And I did see a lot of him, often behind fog, often with blurred vision, often with severely limited vision over the next 2 years. So I'm going to stop the video here. I'll make another part of this one. I'll explain to you exactly what happened over those 2 years. That takes us up to 2012, and then I'll tell you what's happened between 2012 up to date and what happened with my eyes in that time. So thanks for watching for now. I hope that's given you a little cliffhanger, and you might come back and watch the next part. If you like the channel, then sub over here, and if you like the videos, there might be another one over here somewhere. You can go and watch that one too. See you next time. Bye for now.